Hello, welcome to the channel. Today is the 6th of March and tomorrow is the 7th of March, which is Pranesh's birthday. So for his birthday, I will want to make a lovely chicken biryani. This afternoon, I am going to show you all how I break down my whole chicken, which is a free range, and I will also marinate it. The biryani that we're going to make, it's going to be a one-pot biryani. There was viewers that requested. Normally, I wouldn't advise you to use soft chicken for a one-pot biryani. Usually, we will use Cornish chicken, but there is ways to make it to the soft chicken, and I will show you. I bent down the hairs of this chicken because I'm going to use most of the skin of the chicken to keep the meat intact when cooking. Now I'm ready to break it down. I'm going to start by cutting off my thighs because the chicken has natural joints that you need to cut off, like the thighs, the wings, and cutting off the breast. I'll separate the drumstick from the thigh, and then when it's all done up, I'll show you. I will finish breaking this down and I'll get back to you all just now. I've got my chicken all rinsed out and drained. For my marinade, I'm using a tablespoon of mixed masala, a tablespoon of chicken spice, a teaspoon of ginger garlic, and some lovely fresh thyme. And I'm also using a quarter cup of oil and a cup of sour milk. I'm going to give this a good mix and I'm going to let it rest in the fridge overnight. We'll catch you in the morning when making of the biryani. Hello, it's the next afternoon today and we are back. It's Pranesh's birthday today and I'm going to cook the biryani for him. Yeah, I've got 2 cups of tastic rice, which I soaked in cold water for 2 hours. Why I soaked up my rice? It will take less time to cook in our one-pot method, and it will also avoid the chicken from getting too soft. Here's my chicken that I marinated yesterday and I had it kept overnight in the fridge. The rest of my ingredients. I have 1 onion sliced, 3/4 cup of biryani dhal, which I picked and soaked last night, 1/2 cup of oil to braise. I'm using a few pieces of cinnamon stick, bay leaf, a teaspoon of ginger garlic, and some lovely fresh thyme, and some fresh curry leaf. I also caught 1 cup of frozen peas. These are the ingredients that I'm going to dry roast and grind them down. You can use them whole in your biryani, but we don't like eating all these small stuffs in our biryani. So here I have 1/2 teaspoon of saunf, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of jeera, 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1/2 teaspoon of dhania seed, and 2 stars. Here I have 6 to 8 cloves and about 4 elaichi. For my masalas, I have a curry spoon of mixed masala, which is equals to 4 tablespoons of masala, half a teaspoon of dhania powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of pure chili powder, half a teaspoon of dhania powder, and 1 teaspoon of hurdee. My fresh dhania to garnish, and my fried out onions to garnish, and also roasted 4 potatoes cut in halves. I sprinkled some food coloring to it and deep fried it. Now I'm ready to braise my biryani. Firstly, I'm going to start off by dry roasting my whole spices. I've got my stove on medium heat. I'll allow all the spices to roast up, and in the end I will put my mustard seed to roast. It has been 2 minutes and I'm ready to add in my mustard seed. Okay, my mustard seeds are popping, so I'm going to switch my stove off. I'm just going to put my roasted whole spices to my mortar and give it a nice grind. I've got my stove on moderate heat, and here I have a very thin base pot for my biryani. The reason being, a thick base pot will retain too much of heat and my chicken will melt. I'm using my oil that I used to fry out my potatoes. That's why it's a little different color. I'll allow this oil to heat up a little. My oil has heated up, so I'm just going to add in my onions to it. When using a thin base pot, you have to work a little faster because things burn quicker. My onions are done. I'm going to add in my cinnamon stick, my bay leaf, my curry leaf, my thyme, my ginger garlic, I'm going to add in my dry roasted spices, and then my masala, also going to lower my heat. Give this a nice mix. I'm going to start off firstly with my biryani dal, because the biryani dal, although being soaked, will be a little bit hard. It also take a little longer to cook, and to this I'm also going to add about half a cup water to allow the biryani dal to cook out. I'm just going to add in my water and allow the biryani dal to cook. The biryani dal is cooked well. This took about 8 minutes. And as you can see, the dal is nice and soft. Now I'm going to add in my chicken. I forgot to mention my salt. I've got 1 teaspoon of rough salt that I'm going to use. This is my spare marinade. Just gonna drop it in. I'm gonna give this a quick mix and allow it to come for a quick braise. As you can see, I did not use tomatoes. When marinating my chicken with sour milk, I don't use tomatoes. This has came to the quick fry. It only took 3 minutes. So to this, I'm going to add in my peas. Also my roasted potatoes. And give this a nice mix. You can see how nice the curry has taken color. To this, I am ready to put in my soaked rice. And while I was doing this, I put my oven on to 150 degrees. Let this all nice mix. This also came to the simmer. Because I used 2 cups of rice, I'm going to add in 2 cups of water to my rice. I'm going to increase my heat and allow this to come to a boil. 10 minutes has passed, and as you can see, the water is reduced. And before it starts catching to the bottom, I'm going to switch the stove off and push this biryani into the oven. So most of the remainder of the cooking will be done in the oven. While we are using the oven, to avoid the bottom to be catching to the pot. I'll put this into the oven for 1 hour, but I will check. One hour has passed for my biryani in the oven, and I was watching it all the time. So now it's done. This is our 1 pot biryani. As you can see, the rice is still nice and grainy and soft. And as for the chicken pieces, they're still nice and firm. Now I'm ready to garnish. I've got some lovely fresh mint and some nice fresh dhania. And to that I also got my fried onions. Just gonna sprinkle it to my biryani. Here you go, your tasty chicken biryani cooked in a 1 pot method. It takes a little bit of care when cooking, but the end result is amazing. Today we are serving it with some lovely dhal on the side, some freshly made salad, and here we also got some sour milk salad. This video will go up on Sunday. And I also want to say a very happy birthday to Pranesh. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.